These pit-shaped organs contain membranes which can sense the heat given off by warm-blooded prey. The snake processes the information with the same part of its brain that it uses for vision, resulting in a thermal image superimposed onto the visual one. This enables the viper to hone in on its target with pinpoint accuracy. Hinged fangs rest against the roof of the mouth, ready to pop open like a switchblade. They pierce deep into the mouse, releasing a hemotoxin which begins working immediately, breaking down and destroying blood vessels, causing massive internal bleeding. Once the toxin takes effect, the green pit uses its fangs to drag the prey into its mouth, head first and whole. This snake is probably responsible for more bites to humans than any other species in its range. But another viper holds the title of most dangerous. The Malayan pit viper. This nighttime hunter is less than a meter long, but it's armed with some of the longest fangs of any snake its size. It dwells in the lush coastal rainforests and bamboo thickets throughout much of Southeast Asia, from Vietnam to Java. But it's also common in overgrown farmlands, rubber plantations and rice paddies. Places with plenty of prey and plenty of people. Unlike the green pit viper, this snake is a true ground dweller. During the day, the serpent blends into dead leaves or low brush, remaining poised for weeks on end. The greatest danger for humans is accidentally stepping on it. When disturbed, it doesn't hood like a cobra or shake its tail like a rattlesnake. Instead, it strikes without warning. One group of workers is particularly vulnerable: rubber tappers. They usually work at night, the same time the snake works, hunting its next meal with heat-seeking pits. Their pits are so sensitive they can locate prey thousandths of a degree warmer than the surrounding air. Lightning-fast reflexes make this strike swift. Pit organs make it precise, and fangs make it deadly. They're up to 2 centimeters long and deliver one of the world's most potent venoms. Hemotoxins destroy blood vessels and kill tissue. Toxins dissolve prey from the inside out, allowing the viper to swallow its meal whole and digest it over days. This bite can be fatal to humans. Survival depends on the strength of the bite, the strength of the victim, and the distance to medical help. The Malayan pit viper strikes using enormous fangs. But another snake can strike without ever touching its victim. The southern Indonesian spitting cobra packs a powerful venom and can deliver it like a sharpshooter. True to its name, it can only be found in southwestern Indonesia, from the islands of Java east to Alor. But within its small range, this 1.5 meter long predator hunts in a variety of habitats: farms, fields, and urban areas. Anywhere human habitation encourages large numbers of rodents, a favorite prey. Like other venomous snakes, this serpent injects its venom through hollow fangs. But this snake may strike repeatedly. Neurotoxin venom blocks communication between the prey's nervous system and muscles, causing everything inside the rodent's body to stop moving, including the muscles that power the lungs. Death comes in minutes. Venom is this cobra's best weapon, but it's also a key mode of defense. When threatened, its first tactic is to intimidate. It rears up, making itself appear larger and more menacing. By spreading the ribs and skin behind its head, it reveals the characteristic cobra hood. If that fails, the snake has developed a sophisticated means of attack: an airstrike. Projecting its venom up to 2 meters. The snake does this by contracting muscles above its venom gland, forcing venom along a duct into its hollow fangs. As it reaches the tip of the fangs, the intense pressure propels the venom forward like a blast from a water gun. It has no effect on the skin. The eyes are the target, and the cobra spits with incredible accuracy. One shot sends the victim into immediate pain. The toxins rapidly irritate the cornea and inflame the eye's protective membrane, causing painful stinging that can lead to blindness if left untreated. The jungles and grasslands of the Asia-Pacific host a wide range of deadly snakes. They're armed with long fangs, blinding speed, and deadly toxins. But one snake hunts without venom. The world's longest snake, the reticulated python. It can grow up to 10 meters and weigh over 140 kilograms, equivalent to 2 grown men. This colossal serpent doesn't use venom to kill its prey. It uses brute strength. 10,000 powerful muscles squeeze its dinner to death. Reticulated pythons can be found from India to Indonesia, a region packed with hot, humid rainforests, rivers, and dark caves. These places give the snake the cover it needs to hide its massive body, while it waits in ambush. It uses its intercrossed or reticulated pattern to blend into its surroundings. Elliptical cat-like pupils open wide to allow in all available light and optimize night vision. heat-sensing pit organs detect the body heat of passing prey. And chemical sensors on its tongue pick up odors from the air. All these tools guide the python to its ultimate act. Powerful jaws with over 80 sharp, backward-curving teeth latch onto prey and dig into flesh to prevent escape. Then the serpent constricts with an unflinching power on every part of the prey's body, stopping the flow of blood and oxygen and suffocating its victim. Like most snakes, pythons swallow prey whole using a unique lower jaw that's detached at the front. This ingenious design allows the snake to spread its jaws wider than its skull and consume prey larger than itself. Highly elastic skin accommodates the large meal, while the jaws move over the prey. The reticulated python may spend a week digesting its meal, and this giant can go a year without eating. But it's not the only record holder in terms of size. The world's longest snake shares the Asia-Pacific with the world's largest lizard. A real-life dragon, the Komodo. These huge lizards live on a few small islands in southeast Indonesia. But where they live, they dominate. At 3 meters long and weighing 130 kilograms, the Komodo dragon is larger than a man. And they can move their bulk with surprising speed, traveling at up to 18 kilometers per hour. But Komodos rarely chase down their prey. Instead, they simply wait for it to stray too close and lunge. Each sprawling leg is equipped with 5 sharp claws to grab and hold its meal. Its mouth supports 60 sharp, serrated teeth, designed not to chew, but to slice and tear flesh. Then they swallow their bites whole. Bones, hooves, claws, and all. Like a shark, new teeth appear behind the old ones. But the Komodo is not remarkable for how it eats its prey, but for how it catches it. Its drool is not an aesthetic gesture. It's another weapon in the dragon's deadly arsenal. This foul-smelling saliva contains roughly 50 species of bacteria, 7 of which can cause severe blood poisoning. One bite delivers the toxic saliva, leaving the injured animal to wander away and die from infection within hours. The Komodo then employs its last tool to recover its kill. An excellent sense of smell. Sensors on its long forked tongue detect the scent of rotting flesh nearly 11 kilometers away. But the stench also attracts other dragons. Komodos keep ahead of the competition by gorging. devouring 2.5 kilograms of meat in a single minute. They store the excess fat reserves in their long tails, enabling them to go for over a month without eating. In the race to the top of the predatory food chain, the Komodo is king. Giant snakes and lizards present clear and obvious dangers. But animals with finely honed weaponry aren't limited to dry land. The sapphire waters of the Asia-Pacific harbor their own dazzling array of deadly creatures, including a deadly snake that swims. The bite of the banded sea crate. It's one of the most potent creatures in the Asia-Pacific region. Armed with venom more deadly than most cobras, these snakes share a common ancestry. But the sea crate isn't as aggressive towards people. A free-swimming sea crate will almost always avoid confrontation. This serpent usually saves its deadly bite for the hunt. It scours the coral reefs for prey, from the Bay of Bengal across the South China Sea to the Pacific. It can survive on land and at sea, but it's supremely equipped for aquatic life. Its right lung fills nearly the length of its body. This enables it to dive 10 meters below the surface and stay submerged for at least half an hour as it hunts for fish and eels. A stroke of its flattened paddle-like tail propels it forward for the strike. Its small fangs don't inject large amounts of venom. Instead, the sea crate must latch onto the eel, ensuring it cannot escape. Neurotoxins shut down the nervous system and immobilize the victim, whilst myotoxins bind to muscle fibers, rapidly destroying them. The eel dies of suffocation.